Good evening, viewers. This is Sanjana from CIMAGE online classes, CIMAGE classroom. On prepositions, we had discussed preposition of time in the morning, in the evening, but at night, on Mondays, on Saturdays, on birthdays, at night, at the 11th hour, and in January, in February. If your birthday is on the 31st of January, you can say in January. I was born in January on the 31st. When there are dates, it's always on. On the 1st, on the 2nd, on the 3rd, on the 15th, on plus dates, and on Mondays, Tuesdays, weekdays. Months in January, in February, weekdays on, and you have to talk about special occasions, of course, on my birthday. So at, in, and on, we already did. So let us take a look at the same at, in, and on, and how are you going to use this for preposition of place. So the first is preposition of place, at. At is used for a particular point. Right? At home, you are at college, you are at home. At this time, the student is at college. Today, I will not be at home. He is at the reception. See, all these things are pointing at a particular point. At school, life was fun. At the bottom of the page, it means you are talking about a particular point. So write your name at the bottom of the page. At the cinema, the students would like to go and they can be found right now. They are at the cinema. At the corner, a particular point, the child stood at the corner. At the crossroads, it means at the roundabout. At the crossroads, it means Chauraha in Hindi. Roundabout, crossroads. I waited for the taxi at the crossroads. You can find him sitting at the desk. At dinner, at the dinner table. So you can find him at the dinner table. Somebody is at the door. At the end of the lane. मतलब जो रोड है, जो स्पेसिफिक स्ट्रीट है, रोड के बिल्कुल आखिर में. My house is at the end of the lane or at the end of the road. At the entrance, do not make a noise at the entrance. Do not crowd at the entrance. At the exit, when you enter or when you exit, you should not make a noise, you should not crowd at the entrance or at the exit. At the front desk, it means the front office, front desk. The reception was working at the front desk. At the side, the girls were sitting at the side of the hall. At the top, Write your name at the top of the page. At the university. Somebody can be at the university. So you saw that at is about a particular place, a point of place, right? Moving on to preposition of place, in. In is rather used for enclosed areas or spaces of large areas or even small spaces. For example, in in the taxi, in my purse. He saw her sitting in the taxi. If you look up in the sky, you'll find a lot of amazing things happening. So there was a loud noise in the building. In a row. The students sat in a row quietly. You can get a lot of things, a lot of news in the newspaper. In the garden. It's a beautiful thing to walk in the garden. In a boat. You can sail across in a boat. In Germany, in India. Where is he? He's in India. In the store. He is buying certain things in the store. Your mom can be working in the kitchen. Somebody might be waiting for you in the car. I think I have something in my pocket. In the room, there is a table. Please bring the book which is on the table, but in the room. In a building, we already did. In a book, you can find a lot of ideas when you read a certain thing in a book. In the building, lots can happen in the building. In the park, in the lift. You have to be very careful if you are using the lift. And if you are in a lift, you have to be very particular. In London, in a helicopter, in a box, in the pictures. So what do you see in the picture? In the picture, I see there's a person who's speaking and students who are listening. In the Park Street, in the Boyne Road Street, in the bathroom, you have to be very careful to turn on the tap after you use it. In the world, nothing is impossible. In my bag, I might have something nice for you. I said. In the magazine, I read a very beautiful article on health. In the tower and so forth, and inside the tower, whatever can happen inside the tower. But now, preposition of place, on. On is used for surface, is seen as a point on a line by a lake or a sea. But then using preposition of place, on the way. He is on the way and he'll be reaching soon. Today I heard the song on the radio. On the page, you may write down some sentences on preposition of place. On a bicycle, a small boy was on the bicycle. on a ship, on a horse, on a train, on the right side, on the floor. So, what's on the menu? You dropped your purse on the floor. On the right, you'll find your destination. On the left is the Axis Bank. On the cover, you may use some beautiful pictures to illustrate. On the rug or the carpet, there's a beautiful glass tabletop on the rug. On an elephant, whatever can happen on an elephant. You can be sitting like a king on an elephant, riding. On the table, I left the glass on the table. They are sitting on the bus. On the carpet, I find a lot of garbage. You have to sweep it. On a page, you'll find some exercises. On a page, you can draw. On a page, you can see some pictures. On a page, you can find some vocabulary on a particular page. On a plane, on the wall, I see beautiful pictures hung on the wall. And on the television, there was a very good movie which I saw recently. So this was on, in, and at. Prepositions of place. Now, dealing with prepositions, we'll continue with some more slides on prepositions like under, before, behind. And then there are preposition phrases and movement prepositions, like the child is going into the room. Into means some movement is going on. If the child is in the room, it is the child is inside the room. But into, like there's some movement. The very basic sentences you learned in school. The cat fell into the well. It means it just fell. Some movement is there. More on prepositions, and of course preposition phrases also. But most importantly, you need to make your own sentences. Keep watching and keep improving. That's all for today. Take care.